What's good? What's happening? We got High Boy. Click. Explained by an idiot, bro. I probably watched this movie like 5 times, bro. 5 times. And you know what the crazy thing is? I don't remember what goes on in the movie. Because every time I watch it, something comes up where I'm just like not paying attention on the movie, or you know what I'm saying? Like it just I never seen it from start to finish. But I've seen it 5 times, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So hopefully one day I can get on that, you know what I'm saying? But I know what's gonna be talked about here, okay? Let's see what High Boy talking.
Welcome to Click Clickety Clack with Adam Sandler, who plays Mike, an architect family dude who has 2 kids, a wife, and a terrible boss. He complains all the time about having too many remotes and he doesn't know which one belongs to the TV, saying,
"Whatever happened to the good old days when you pulled the knob and on came the boob tube?"
You know TVs still have physical buttons on them, right? You stupid Anyway, he wakes up and goes to the shitbox cart that already has its windows open for some reason. I don't care who you are or where you live. Leaving your windows open overnight is simply drives over to work, makes it to a meeting his boss is having with hypocritical Arabian royalty who are displeased with Mike's design for a restaurant that they want to build for having a very distinct lack of a long bar and a big drain for a wet t-shirt contest. Then his boss, who's most famous for being SpongeBob Surfboard, puts him on a new job for a Japanese company. He's gonna make—
He said SpongeBob Surfboard, that's a fact. Damn. Baby girl. What's happening?
Then his boss, who's most famous for being SpongeBob Surfboard, puts him on a new job for a Japanese company. He's gonna make some designs for them, and that will have him miss a lot of family activities he had promised his family he was not going to miss. But homie's stuck in the rat race and his boss is kind of forcing him, so he goes back, barely makes it to his slow son's swim thing, spends the rest of the night busy on the phone. Then when they all get back home, he takes a swig of cough syrup because he might be getting kind of sick, and then breaks the news to his wife that he can't do all the family activities he promised them he would do on the 4th of July, and she gets mad at him, but then he's like, "The f*** you want me to do? I'm trying to provide here." Then he turns to switch on the TV to watch some Japanese architecture documentary for work, but he reaches for the wrong remote control device and accidentally flies an RC chopper into his face. A helicopter remote control? Seriously? This whole not knowing which remote belongs to TV or having too many remotes and it's confusing is an absolutely ridiculous premise, because it's not that difficult to differentiate between all the remotes, or at least mark the TV remote with colored tape or some shit. Also drinking directly out of
Or keep the remotes next to the thing that it goes to. If it's the helicopter, put it with the helicopter. If it's for the TV, put it on the dresser on the TV or wherever it is. You know what I'm saying?
medicine bottle like that is not only disgusting, but there's no way to accurately measure how much you actually drank. Whatever. He decides that he's had enough of his ridiculous remote problem and goes off, late as it is, to find a universal remote from somewhere. His gluttonous ass drives down the street, looking at and driving by all the closed stores. Then he finds Bed Bath & Beyond open, parks there, gets in, asks a smart ass store clerk if they have any universal remotes, but smart ass only gives him sarcastic answers and he gets mad over that. What the f do you expect? You went into Bed Bath & Beyond to ask for an electronical device. I've never been into one. I know that might be hard to believe, but I'm pretty sure they won't be selling any electrical devices. If
they do, but it's very minimal.
If they do, it's probably like a blender or a ceiling fan or some shit. Anyway, he finds the Beyond section. Walks into it and it's like a long ass hallway with a back room section at the end with a workshop and a Rick Sanchez type dude fucking around in there who is called Morty. So Mike tells him he wants a universal remote. Morty tells him that he's got a new arrival and it's just a thing for him because it's pretty sick. Takes him to go into the way beyond section, which is just a big ass warehouse. They get to the really new stuff part and he gets a remote out of there. It tells him it's super easy to use. You just point and click and it self-learns your preferences. It's like a self-teaching AI or machine learning thing. Morty hands it over to—
I know if y'all watch this, bro, you wanted this remote. 100%. Everybody who's watched this has said to themselves, damn, that would be cool. I want that. You know what I'm saying?
And tells him it's for free, but it's not returnable. So Mike happily takes it, goes home and chugs some more cough syrup like an idiot, then uses the remote to turn on the TV. Yay him. What an achievement. Then his wife comes down to nagging him about the cancellation of the 4th of July stuff, and he pauses the TV and accidentally pauses her along with it, but doesn't notice this. In my opinion, the wife shouldn't have been paused because he only aimed at the TV, but whatever. He says some stuff, unpauses them both, still oblivious to what he's done, and goes on to work through the night on the Japanese Oshitiki Wugahawa project, whatever. But then his dog starts busting for his shit and barking at him to let him out, so he sarcastically lowers his volume down and it works, and his brain becomes a big question mark, confusingly lets the dog out, who is taking too long to do his business, so he tries to speed him up, and that works too. Now his brain is exclamation mark, double question mark. Runs up to go to bed and comes down for breakfast next day with his wife and her friend who's complaining about
Cougar, let me get that.
How the bad consequences to her bad actions are not her fault, and he rightfully calls that out for being bullshit. She gets mad and yells around a bit, so he mutes her and overlays a baseball game picture-in-picture over her and his wife. Then the bitch leaves and he undoes all that to talk to his wife. Wait a minute, who can see this stuff? Like the actions that the remote does. I'm pretty sure if he plays a TV with the remote, then anybody can see a TV that has been played by the remote. But what about muting people? Do they hear themselves speak? Is the picture-in-picture always aimed at the remote or the beholder?
This man's too cooked.
The remote, do other people see the back of the picture-in-picture? I have so many questions about this shit. Every time he uses the remote on something, I have a million questions, but I'm going to try and keep to myself as much as I can and move on. He drives off to go meet Morty and asks him if he's on some sort of prank TV show or something. But Morty's like, nobody's laughing at you, Michael. You wanted a universal remote that controls your universe. And it tells him to hit menu on the remote, and they go into the menu of his life, and they can visit any moment in the past of his life, like his birth, from inside his mom's pussy, embarrassing childhood moments, etc., etc. They get back to Bed Bath & Beyond. Mike suddenly has a Twinkie in his hand. Then Morty gives him a card, tells him to give him a call if he ever needs some help or has some questions or whatever. Then Mike goes off to work to meet his womanizer boss, who hints that if he does a good job on his next project, that there's a big promotion in store for him. Then Mike overhears that his boss is going to be alone without female company on the 4th of July, so he offers up his wife's whole friend Janine for him. Can't you just take one of your secretaries that clearly don't mind being objectified, you fucking stupid man? Also, there's a continuity error on how he's holding his glasses. A second, also, anyone who holds their glasses this way with such carelessness, risking smudging them up with their fingerprints and shit, fuck those guys. If you're one of them, fuck you. He goes home after work and then skips through hang out with his family using the remote, then skips through an argument with his wife, then sex with his wife. The one pump chump gave her barely 90 seconds of action and she's hella disappointed. Then she reminds him of something that he said on the dinner table, but he doesn't remember it. Actually, he has no memory of any of the parts that he skipped / fast forward.
One pump chump, what the fuck?
Through. So he calls up Morty to ask him about this problem. Then Morty instantaneously shows up at his front door, and Mike only asks him one question about this matter, then lets it go.
Where'd you come from?
You don't want to know.
No, yes, he wants to know. How is he not more worried about this? There's a complete stranger that you barely know, that knows exactly where you live and where your family lives. What's wrong with you, dude? Whatever. He tells Morty that he doesn't remember anything from what he skipped, and Morty tells him that he doesn't remember anything because his body was on autopilot and his mind was not there. Therefore, his mind does not remember shit. Then they go back in time to check what he looked like through the dinner, and he looked like a single-celled organism with no fucking brain at all. Just a zombie sitting there nodding along and eating. Go through some more memories, then Morty leaves, and because Mike is getting a little bit of a cold, he immediately decides to fast forward through his sickness and get to a point where he's all healthy and good, which is like a couple days later or so. Then he skips through a cold shower and mutes Terry Crews, who's sitting in a car, which is a car.
Boy, abusing his power, but I ain't gonna lie. Bro.
Cardinal sin. Skips through traffic, goes to a sexual harassment meeting that his whole company's having, shapeshifts his boss into weird shapes and changes his language and shit. Seriously, no one is fucking seeing this or hearing this at all? Why is he the only one surprised that he's speaking in Spanish too? Why is his boss not surprised? Why is everybody else not surprised? What the fuck? Stupid ass movie gimmick. Anyway, he then goes to dinner with his boss and the Japanese people he's doing architecture shit for and listens in on a private huddle they're having by upping the volume and changing the language to English, and finds out that they're talking shit about his designs and they want to change some certain things and go to TGI Fridays afterwards. So when they come back to the table, he tears up his designs and suggests the stuff that they were talking about in the private huddle, and they're super impressed and happy with him now, so they close the deal, or not close the deal, like go into a contract to work with him or whatever the f. I don't know.
Yo, let me get this remote, bro. It would come in clutch with a lot of things, bro. And that's like, bro, imagine traveling with that remote and you could just, you know what I'm saying, switch the language. This shit make it so much easier, bro.
Goes home super happy, gets his kids new bikes and his wife a gift, telling her that he made partner. I still have no idea what making partner means, but I've seen it in so many movies that must be important. Motherfucker goes to work next day and finds out that he isn't partner yet because Hasselhoff told him he'd promote him if he closed the account, but he didn't mean right away. He's like, I'll promote you when they commit the bulk of the funds, you finish most of the work, blah blah blah. Total dick move. Mike is kind of stupid for jumping the gun, if I'm honest, but what really annoys me here is that the glasses on his face disappear between shots. Probably to make this next part easier to edit / film, because he pauses his boss, slaps the shit out of him, and farts in his face, making him get a huge headache and taste shit in his mouth. Aren't the assistant's desks put in directly at his office? How did they not see him get on the desk and fart in the boss's face? Or did they get paused as well? Man, fuck this remote. Whatever, it's an Adam Sandler movie. Who cares? He then thinks about skipping way ahead till he gets a promotion and asks Morty about advice for that, but Morty tells him skipping that far ahead is a bad idea. Mike is like, okay, and when he goes home and is forced to return the gifts he got for his kids and wife and tells his wife that he did not get the promotion, he can't take it and fast forwards it and wait till the day he becomes partner, which turns out to be 1 year later, in which Janine has been dating his boss for that whole year. His assistant has now left him and become trans. He's like, what the fuck? And his relationship with his wife has got so bad that they have to go to marriage counseling, and at this next session where she complains that he's not there when he's home and he's always working and whatnot, and they can't have proper conversations, he tells her that it's not his fault because he's on autopilot, like she's supposed to know what the f that means. Then something weird happens. The remote starts beeping and automatically skips this argument he's having with his wife to a time later that day when they're having
that bitch malfunctioning, boy.
dinner all as a family together, and his kids are a little bit more grown up, and he's surprised by that and finds out that his old dog died. They got a new one. He gets super duper sad about that. His wife is super duper confused but supportive. He apologizes to her, telling her that this is all his fault and he's gonna fix everything, but then they get turned on by the horny ass dog. Go to have some schmecks upstairs and it gets automatically skipped over again by the remote, so she once again is left disappointed after fucking 2 pumps, and he's annoyed by the remote for skipping the gift of sex. So he dials Morty, but halfway through doing that, Morty just shows up in his house, and Mike is super surprised by that, yet he still does not question it too much and just goes on to tell him that the remote is malfunctioning and skipping over shit he didn't want to skip over. But Morty gives him the classic line of, it's not a bug, it's a feature. See, the remote learns from what you skipped before and automatically skips it again whenever it comes up. So arguments, sex with his wife, traffic, road to a big promotion, fucking Terry Crews singing in the car, all gets skipped, muted, fast forwarded, all that stuff automatically. So he tries to get rid of the remote, but as formerly stated, it is a non-returnable item and it just keeps appearing somewhere on him every time he tries to get rid of it. Morty leaves, and only then do we get the only instance of this stupid asking this question.
How do I get it to stop fast forwarding?
That's it? You're not gonna open the door and press him on the answer to that question or call him again? You know why this loophole is actually annoying us? Because if it's a feature, you can probably turn it off in the menu. Fucking dumbass. Unless there's no way to turn it off, but my point still stands. He didn't even try properly. Moving on. He goes back to bed in the morning. Wifey asks him if he wants to take a shower, and he immediately springs up into action saying no, because then I'll skip forward and who knows for how long. I really want to explain to you what's happening, but that will lead to an argument and that will lead to a skip. So he leaves in a bathrobe to go to work and figure this out on his own. He uses the bike so he technically doesn't have to get stuck in traffic and skip forward. And look, mate, you can totally explain to your wife what's going on without arguing. It's called just having a normal conversation. Facts. If you're really worried about that, you can write a fuck.
Bro, facts, bro. Literally, bro, having a conversation with somebody, people be quick to turn it into an argument, bro, when it's like, chill. It is not that deep. I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with you. There might be disagreements, but it doesn't have to turn into an argument. You know what I'm saying? People don't know how to have normal conversations, bro.
Fucking note explaining the situation, then give her the remote to test it out for herself and prove that you're not bullshitting. It's really simple. This guy's overcomplicating shit way too much. Anyway, after he gets to work and meets his boss and swerves the what the fuck you wearing question really well, his boss promotes him because he wants to step away and go live in Morocco, so his position is now open for someone else to take, and that someone else's position is open for Mike to take because he's a really hard worker, blah blah blah. I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up CEO one day. And Mike's response to that is, wow, I'd love that, but no. Wait. The remote interprets that as another promotion journey and skips through another 10 whole fucking years into the future where he's now CEO and a fat, lard, heavy, obese motherfucker goes home and finds out that his kid is also a fat as fuck. His daughter's a dumb slut. They got a new dog again, equally as horny as the last two. And his wife broke up with him and is now dating his kid's old swim coach. He tries to fight the speeder dude. Donna starts yelling at Mike. The remote starts beeping, ready for another skip, but he uses it to pause the situation. Avoid the skip and yell out to Morty, why did you do this to me? Then Morty shows up telling him, I didn't do shit. You did this to yourself, dumbass. But you still have time to win her back. So he writes her a note in hopes of doing just that. Kicks the other dude in the nads a few times. Unpauses to try and give her the note, but then a dog jumps up on him, knocks him down, and he knocks his head on the wall. The remote interprets that as a sickness and skips all over it. 6 years into the future where he got cancer, a heart attack, and had the Pacific Ocean of fat sucked out of his fucking gut, leaving him with a flabby tongue thing of loose skin on his gut. His now ex-wife is there to see him when he wakes up.
That's cool. Yo, see? I don't remember this shit.
She tries to have a conversation while he's playing with his flabby. Yells at him to stop. He yells back. Isn't this technically an argument that should have been skipped over? Or was it too short to warrant that? Whatever, homie. Fuck these loosey-goosey movie rules. Moving on. He goes back to his job and finds out that he's not only the CEO, but also the face of the company. His son is now a hotshot architect working there too and has lost a lot of weight. He goes up to his office and finds out through him that his dad has died and is devastated by that and tries to go back with the remote to the day he died, but he wasn't there to see it. So he goes back to the last time he saw his dad, where he was completely dismissive of him because he was in zombie autopilot work mode. He also made him cry too. What a fucking so he keeps going back and replaying the part where his dad kept telling him, I love you, son. Pretty sad moment. Dude died in 2021 too, which is prime good time. Lol, what a quinky dink. He gets back to his dad's grave with Morty there saying, I'm sorry, taking him was not something I wanted to do. Reveals to him that he's the angel of death, and the first thing this brainlet tries to do is attack him. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't folklore or something say that touching the angel of death, aka the Grim Reaper, kill you? As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Morty touched him a few times before this, so how is he still alive? Anyway, Morty shoop-de-doops him, then reappears, and Mike does a complete and irrational 180, cowering away in fear about whatever. Emotional people do irrational shit sometimes, and yells out to the remote to skip him to a good time in his life. It skips him over to a wedding where he's giving a speech, and he finds out it is his son's wedding. Gives a half-assed, super confused speech. He's happy and trying to make the best of the moment and dances with his ex-wife. Then hears his daughter call Speedo Torpedo dad, and that gives him a heart attack, which immediately gets skipped by the remote because it considers it an illness. It skips to 36 hours later when he's in hospital a bit better with his kids by his side. They are there still in wedding clothing, and his son telling him that he canceled his honeymoon to go on a money moon, aka a very urgent business trip that cannot wait at all. Mike doesn't want him to do that and prioritize work over family like he did. He wants him to put family first, but his kid does not listen and they're forced to leave because that conversation is getting his heart rate up. So
Damn, bro. It's a cycle, boy. It's a cycle, you know what I'm saying? I wonder what the overall theme of the movie was, if there is any, you know what I'm saying? Maybe don't rush life. Pay attention to the things that are far more important than work, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I'm not sure.
So Mike forces himself out of bed, and the nurse stops giving what looks like a gay mix between David Goggins and John Cena a sponge bath to stop him from leaving using a sedative, but Mike Uno reverse cards it into him and slowly makes his way out of the hospital, with Morty showing up periodically telling him to stop doing this. It doesn't have to end this way, but Mike's like, I gotta go talk to my boy. Gets out of the building into the pouring rain, tries to run over to the horrible looking futuristic car they're getting into, but falls short. Luckily, however, his kid hears his faint screams and runs over to him. The rest of the family's there too, so they run over as well. He tells his son Ben that family comes first and to go on the honeymoon. Fuck work, bro. Work never fucking ends. Tells his daughter he loves her, flips off Speedo Bill, and then apologizes to Donna, tells her he loves her too. Then Mort tells him it's time to go and takes his life. We get a shot from above showing us that every single person holding an umbrella is a Autists all sharing one brain cell because not a single one of them used their umbrella to cover the sick, dying dude's face from the rain that can barely talk, let alone breathe. Anyway, he dies, but not really, because he wakes up laying in a bed in Bed Bath & Beyond with the annoying employee staring at him. It was all a dream, and now he has a newfound appreciation for life. Goes over to his lovely shitbox, drives over to his parents' house, and wakes him up, gives him lots of love and lots of kisses. Goes back to his family, a changed man. I'm not gonna detail everything, but basically he's gonna prioritize the family more, forget about the promotion, and live in the moment, all that type of shit. He gets his dog a girlfriend that turns out to be a dude, but it's the thought that counts. Also, how the f did he find a pet store open this late? Whatever. He tells his wife to go up for 60 times, and he finds the remote on the counter with a note saying, "I know you'll do the right thing this time." Then he throws it away in the trash, and it doesn't reappear anywhere on him. It's a real missed opportunity. I didn't check his ass as a nod to the joke in the beginning of the movie. But other than that, the ending is kind of confusing because it's another one of those was it a dream or was it not type of deal, but who cares? This movie gets 10 tangerine seeds out of 8 Chanel makeup bags.
It was a good movie, bro. From what I remember, it was a good movie, entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much the overall theme for real, bro. It's just prioritize family, work, appreciate things more, don't speed life. You know what I'm saying? Go at your own pace, because things will happen in your favor, but in God's timing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here trying to rush or take shortcuts, bro. Because it's possible, but then it's like, I don't know, bro. It's not really it for real. You got another channel? He got another channel? What? Shit, we gonna react? I don't know. The most unbelievable part of the story about a magic time travel remote is that anyone would ever neglect spending more time with Kate, Beckinsale to do their job. Fucking A. Click is a movie that would have been 10/10 film if not for the questionable comedy, and if a couple bits of internal logic had been thought through just a little more, but as it is, using a dumb gimmick to actually show what being an autopilot will do to your life by the time it's over is words better than a lot of live in the moment, focus on family message that feel good movies try to convey. Okay, so being stagnant, being too comfortable, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I like that, man. Hey, your time is coming. Whatever you want to do, it's coming your way. Just keep grinding, you know what I'm saying? Of course, make time for your family, your friends, your peoples, okay? Let me know what you guys thought. That's my reaction. If y'all enjoyed this video, like, subscribe if you haven't. I'm out.